In the beginning, understanding Genesis and the creation story. Before there were cities, countries, oceans filled with ships, or people walking upon the earth, the Bible takes us back to the very beginning. Genesis opens with one enormous truth: God is already there. The Bible does not begin by trying to explain where God came from. Instead, it introduces God as the Creator, the one from whom creation itself begins. The earth is described as being without form and empty, with darkness over the deep. Then God begins to bring order, beauty, and life, light. God commands light to appear. Light is separated from darkness, establishing day and night. This is the beginning of an important theme that continues throughout the Bible. God brings light into darkness and order out of chaos. The sky and the waters. The creation continues as the waters are divided and the heavens are formed. The world is beginning to take shape. What had been empty and unformed is becoming an ordered place capable of sustaining life, land, seas, and plants. Dry land appears, and the waters are gathered together into seas. Then vegetation begins to grow. Grass, plants, and trees appear, each capable of producing according to its kind. The earth that had once been empty is now becoming full of color and life. Sun, moon, and stars. The lights in the heavens are appointed to govern the day and the night, and to mark seasons, days, and years. The sun, moon, and stars are not presented as gods to be worshipped. They are part of God's creation. For people living in ancient cultures where heavenly bodies were often worshipped, this was a powerful message. Creation is not God. God is the creator of creation. Life in the water and sky. The waters become filled with living creatures, and birds fly across the heavens. God blesses them and tells them to multiply. Life is spreading throughout creation, animals and humanity. Animals are created upon the land. Then something different happens. Human beings are created in the image of God. This does not mean that God physically looks like us. It tells us something about the special dignity and responsibility given to humanity. Human beings are created with the ability to reason, love, create, make choices, form relationships, and care for the world around them. Human life, therefore, has extraordinary value. Our responsibility for creation. Human beings are given responsibility over the earth and its creatures. This should not be understood as permission to destroy or abuse creation. It is a responsibility to care for what belongs to God. We are caretakers, not owners. The earth, its animals, its resources, and its beauty are things humanity has been entrusted with. God rests. After creation is complete, Genesis tells us that God rests. This does not mean that God was exhausted. It represents completion. The work of creation was finished, and the seventh day became a day set apart. This establishes another important biblical principle. Human beings were never designed for endless work. There is a time for work, but there must also be a time for rest, reflection, and being with God. What does the creation story teach us? Genesis is doing more than describing the beginning of the world. It is answering some of humanity's deepest questions. Why are we here? Does human life have meaning? Does the world belong to anyone? Are we simply accidents? Or do our lives have purpose? The biblical answer is that creation has a creator. Human beings have value. The world has purpose. And humanity has responsibility. Before the Bible tells us about sin, suffering, wars, kings, prophets, or nations, it first shows us something beautiful. A world created with order, a world filled with life, human beings made with dignity, and God looking upon His creation and seeing that it was very good. This is where the journey of the Bible begins. In the beginning,